Hey everyone, just a quick note. This is the first episode of The Last Ego on Earth. Prior to making this video, I didn't have a title for the YouTube channel yet, but it is The Last Ego on Earth. Welcome. Here it goes. Good morning, brothers and sisters. My name's James Scott Shoemaker, and this is my first episode here on YouTube. I've been wanting to do this for a long time, but I have been, believe it or not, afraid of what people think that, I don't know, my thought systems might not be valid. So I'm just gonna start and see where it goes. I'm really looking forward to having an interaction with everyone. To start off, I just wanted to say that I have been doing the Course in Miracles for about 10 years now, and it's definitely changed my life. And I feel like I'm at a point after 10 years that I'm ready to help others that might need help, especially in this day and age of what's going on. So I think that's one of my goals here, is to make sure that it's a place that the community can speak to me directly, and we can have a communication on, if you're into the Course in Miracles, which we don't have to just stick to the Course in Miracles. There's many books that I've read, different philosophies, and different thought systems. And but the Course is one of the ones that has, through the 10 years that I've been on this journey, has continually come back over and over. Here's my book here. If you have yours, we sometimes can follow along. Mine's from the Foundation of Inner Peace. I have some of the other copies too, so we can always look at those also. But I am gonna go to the very first page here and go ahead and read the introduction. The introduction hit me like a ton of bricks when I first read it. I guess in another video I can go over how the Course came to me. It's a very long story. It might have to be several parts. But I'm just gonna let Spirit guide me, and we'll just go through the book randomly. I was thinking down the road also I could maybe just read the lessons and kind of explain what my understanding of the Course is with the lessons. So anyway, I'm just gonna go ahead and read the introduction here. This is a Course in Miracles. It is a required course. Only the time that you take is voluntary. Free will does not mean that you can establish the curriculum. It means only that you can elect what you want to take at a given time. The Course does not aim at teaching the meaning of love, for this is beyond what can be taught. It does aim, however, at removing the blocks to the awareness of love's presence, which is your natural inheritance. The opposite of love is fear, but what is all-encompassing can have no opposite. This is a course, I'm very sorry. This course can therefore be summed up very simply in this way. Nothing real can be threatened. Nothing unreal exists. Herein lies the peace of God. Now, like I said, when I first read this, it just hit me, and I understood it. I say I understood it. I felt it. And we can go over this now. I think there's a lot said here, and if you're new to the Course, you might not understand it 100%, but I can explain to you what I understand. So the very first thing when this all came to me, and even the months that were after me reading the book, or starting to read the book, was the title of it, A Course in Miracles. I always thought miracles, of course, were walking on water, being able to levitate, things like that. Over time, I did find out that you could call the book A Course in Forgiveness, which forgiveness is the key to getting out of really anything, any problems, any fears, any doubts, any worries. Forgiveness is that key. The undoing of those thought systems and being able to dislodge yourselves from those and get out of nightmares, really. Because, if you have guilt, fear, anger, all those things, it's very Star Wars, really. But those things they fester inside of you, and there's a lot of it that is subconscious within your makeup, within your mind. Your mind can be very clouded with all those things, and it can harm you. It can harm you in all ways. Relationships, body, spirit, everything can be affected by those feelings. And I had no idea what was going on, how I was stuffing things down, taking on, say, the world, and just really not understanding how to dislodge that. So when I had a great asking 10 years ago, the Course in Miracles did appear, and that was what I just read to you. The introduction was really the first page that I read, of course, and I just understood, like, poof, mind blown. I was like, this is the answer for me, and it might not be for everyone. The Course is kind of hard to read at the beginning. It was almost like reading a different language, and a lot of people will say that, but it really was. I never really read anything like it, so it was very hard to understand. But I felt it in my heart. I felt it. I felt like a weight had been lifted off my shoulders. As soon as I started reading it, I was like, this is something special. I never heard of it. Later on, some of the books that I had read, whittled within them was the Course. It was already calling to me before I even knew it. And I could speak of that at another time. So anyway, I'm just going to go over real quick here the introduction. So this is A Course in Miracles, and like I said, you can replace that with forgiveness. So this is a course in forgiveness, and it's required. And at the beginning, I was like, it's a required course. Well, if you want to get free of these things, of pain and suffering and things like that, it is required. And it might take time for some people. Some people might not choose to do it for lifetimes from now. But it is required to dislodge and return home to God. So only the time that you take it is voluntary. So it's up to you. It's up to you to take it. Spirit will wait as long as it needs for you to pick up this forgiveness and to start applying it. The world can become, or does become, a giant schoolroom of forgiveness. Free will does not mean that you can establish this curriculum. It means only that you can elect what you want to take at a given time. The Course does not aim at teaching the meaning of love, for that is beyond what is taught. So love is always there. Love is always with us. It's just we've pulled the veils of the judgments that we have upon us and others, and it holds it in front of us, where there's a veil that needs to be lifted, and love is always right behind that. Jesus spoke of that in the Bible. Excuse me 1 minute. We got an airplane above us here, so I'm gonna let that pass and I'll continue. So it does aim, however, at removing the blocks to awareness of love's presence. So forgiveness does that. Forgiveness will remove those blocks of guilt, fear, anger, all those things. And what will be left is love's presence, which is your natural inheritance. The opposite of love is fear, but what is all-encompassing can have no opposite. So what that basically is saying is that fear is not true. Only love is real. Love can have no opposite. So that's pretty bold, so a lot of people that are in fear, it feels very real, and I've been there. And I'm not saying that I don't have it now, because I do. There's many things that I am still afraid of, but every day you have to take the time to let that go and hand it over to Spirit. And down the road here, we can talk a little bit more about how to do that. This course can therefore be summed up very simply in this way: that nothing real can be threatened. So nothing real can be threatened, and that is love, because that's the only thing that really exists. So nothing unreal exists, like what we just said. So nothing unreal exists. Herein lies the peace of God, and that is true peace. Peace is God and is love, and is the only thing that is truly real. The reality is God. So right here's the introduction, and I hope you enjoyed this. I know it's very short. I'm really new at this, but I do want to continue this conversation and open up. I already feel right now I'm feeling a little bit more comfortable about doing this, but I have a lot to share, and I hope you do too, and I hope this is a safe zone for you. And I just want to say thank you for listening, and I hope you made it through it. And sorry for some of the interruptions. Not the greatest at editing quite yet, and I don't really have any Wi-Fi here, so everything's kind of on the cuff. But maybe down the road I can get a little bit more technical with some of the video editing and things like that. But thank you so much for joining me, and I'll get the name of this channel put up soon. Please leave some comments. I would love to hear from you and hear what you have to say. Any questions? Next couple episodes, we'll get into some other things about the course, and maybe some other books and things that I recommend. But thank you very much. Please like and subscribe. Let's keep this communication going. Peace.